Hi people, hope you're well. Anybody that follows my channel knows that I've got a ripped off the bone infraspinatus, yeah? It's an old injury and I'm like that whether to get operated on because I've got full range of motion, yeah. Now I am weak in the area where I have to tuck my elbows in, I can't do it, find it physically impossible. And also if I had a bar in my hand, yeah, like a barbell, and my hands were stuck in the same position, I wouldn't be able to do this movement. Can no longer do squats behind the arm. Yeah, there's a lot I can't do because I'm missing this, but there's a lot I can do. But listen, I know what you're interested in. How did I get to be able to move this arm with pretty decent full range of motion, yeah, with a totally torn supraspinatus? I'll tell you. Right, so, little 2 pound dumbbell, yeah. We're going to do an upright row. Upright rows are bad for you, but when you close the shoulders, yeah, and with a bar. Right, but when you do an upright row where the elbows and shoulder scapula can freely move, then they're not bad for you. So basically it's an upright row. Concentrate on setting the shoulders back, pulling the shoulder blades down. When you get to there, rotate and then press. Concentrate on keeping the scapula engaged. Now when you come down, concentrate on engaging the scapula to there, tilt the hands forward and down. Yep, do that again. So we're setting the shoulders, we're coming up, we're making sure that this scapular rotation, yep, to there, then we're to there, then we're to there, yep. And then what I forgot this time was to go back to there and then down, yep. So we'll do that again, yeah. Let the shoulders, let the elbows go where they want to go, yeah. Remember, you're doing these because you've got weak shoulders. So if you start to try and twist your elbows in at this stage, it ain't going to happen and you're going to injure yourself. So just allow the shoulders to go into the range where they naturally want to go in. Now, this is why most people have got damaged and torn shoulders. I'll tell you for why, yeah, and you're not going to like it, by the way. Bench press is the biggest, in my opinion, through everybody I've spoken to, everybody I've seen in gym, they've always torn this supraspinatus and they've always been heavy benches, yeah. A lot of people think it's shoulder press. It's not. It really is bench press that tears these, yeah. And I'll tell you for why. Because you laid on a bench, you've trapped your scapula, so your scapula can't move, yeah. Then you trap your hands, so the body can't move in a good plane how it wants to, so they're trapped. And then with weight, you're pushing a weight up here and you're trying to release your scapulas that are trapped under your body, and then you're blowing this muscle out here because there's a lot of weight there and there's nowhere for the hands to go. And this is why people tear supraspinatuses, yeah. Trust me, I trained a long time in gym and I know exactly how I did mine. It took me a while to figure it out. But the first thing I couldn't do when I was completely damaged before it ripped off, the first thing that I couldn't do was bench press, and the reason for that is because it was the bench press that caused it. Yeah. So this is the exercise for them, yeah. You don't need to go heavy, right? But when you can go heavy, never go as heavy as 5 pound, yeah. Because you're not training for size. You're training to fix a muscle, yeah. So you don't need to go heavy as 5 pound because you're training a particular muscle. And when you move in this plane, especially that, yeah, that's your rotator cuffs right there, yeah. The only way you can do that is by using your rotator cuffs. Now, another thing, admit it when you've been at gym, if you've got a bar or you've got dumbbells, yeah, what do? We pick them up on the floor. Most people, if they're going to tell the truth, they go, whoop, and it's there, yeah. You completely took the rotator cuff out of the equation and then you've dumped a massive heavy weight on it and you're going to start pressing it, right? This is why this exercise is important. So up, yeah, it takes your rotator cuff to twist that, yeah, when there's no momentum, yeah, and then up. And it takes, once you engage that rotator cuff, it stays engaged in that movement then because you've switched it on. But if you shove the dumbbells up like that, it's not on anymore, yeah? So off we go again, just so you get it. Nice and slow, up. Remember, I'm not trapping. I'm not pushing the chest forward. I'm letting it come out, up, in a comfortable position, and then there, and then up, yeah. And I'm not closing the shoulders. I'm leaving them open. Down, yep, down, and down. I'll show you another one. This one everybody knows, I think. But remember, I have not got a supraspinatus anymore, so I physically can't do that, yeah? And if you watch me try and do it, the shoulders drops, so it's pointless. What you've got to try and do is keep the shoulders square as you can, yeah? I'm proper damaged, so I might struggle. But then you come here, yep. You trap in this cushion there, and now what a cushion does as well, it opens the shoulder out as well. It allows the shoulder to relax a little bit rather than being all tight. So you're there, and then slowly, just to there, yeah? Don't start trying to get out there, yeah? There's no need. So just to there, a very, very small movement, yeah, one. And if you squeeze the cushion while you do it, it really, really switches on the infraspinatus, yeah? But I can feel this chart switch on that doesn't exist anymore, but it's not, because it's not there. But that really, more infraspinatus, I would say. Yeah, it really, really does build it up. And it's burning already, people, yeah? That's how small this exercise needs to be. My problem, when I start to do this exercise, because I've got no supraspinatus, yeah, I do start to get a feeling that my nerves are getting pushed. So I'm very careful with that exercise. I don't do many. There's nothing wrong with this shoulder, so I won't feel that. You feel it in your fingers if you've got no supraspinatus. That's the problem when you have torn this off at bone. This is why a lot of people want operations, because you get trapped nerves, yeah? And you've got to be aware of that. So off we go, yeah, like that. You can, if you want to, do it without, yep. But try not to do this, see that? Try to tuck the elbow in as much as you can without dropping that shoulder. When you do these exercises, people, you do need to be in a mirror, because it's mirror that tells you everything. I see a lot of people, you know, they'll do this, yeah, and it's just a little bit too far, just a little bit too far. Well, that's my preference. It's just a little bit too far for me, yeah. And the reason I say that is because there's another one you can do which gets that side of your back. Oh, sorry, not your back, your shoulder. Yep. That movement there. Next one. Yep. We've got this angle here. Yep. And we're just doing that. Yeah. So it's this angle. There. Now, once you've done the first two, this really, really gets your shoulder. And you should do these until it's screaming, people, and it doesn't take that many. I'd say about, if you do them all properly, you only need to do sets of 10. Yeah. Now, as you get stronger with these, this is a damaged one, no supraspinatus, and a very, very thickened infraspinatus tendon. So this is how this looks like, yeah. This struggles a bit more, but it can do it, look. Reason it can do it is because I've trained the damaged muscles, so to enable it to do it, in other words. Yeah, when I first did this, I couldn't tie my shoelaces. Yeah, let's see if I can get that look there. Let's see if I can square it off. It is difficult to square it off, I've got to be honest. Now you should feel a burning, but no pain. As soon as you feel pain, people, please stop, because you don't want pain. Unless you're rehabilitating, then you can't help it. But do you know, when you're rehabilitating to do this, your physio might give you those exercises to do and full range of motion. No, yeah. The physio people are alright telling you to do that, yeah, but I guarantee they've probably not been injured when they're telling you. So you have to build up in stages, yeah, and like train the muscle. Don't force it. If you try and do full range of motion when you're first injured, all you'll do is force it, and you put pressure on more tendons, yeah? So start off where you're not forcing it. As soon as it starts to really hurt, just think that's enough. And over weeks, yeah, and months, get it further. It'll go, don't rush. You can't rush this. Last but not least, I'm going to put a lock on this door, put this band on, yep. So we hold this band, we hold this arm, like that. And do you know the one where we were doing the dumbbell that way? We're doing the pulling in this way. Now again, if you're damaged like I am, proper damaged, then you need a pillar, and it just gives your shoulder that space, yeah? So pull in, very slow, and then let out, but only to there. Yeah, so let's go. Set the shoulders. I keep forgetting, and I'm a bad teacher. Should always set the shoulders. Satellite, set them back, and then back to normal, but don't be like this. Yep. So yeah, pull in to the belly. You can put a bit more tension on if you want. Out to there. And these are really, really good slowed down, these. Slower you can do these, the better. That way, yeah. And then we'll turn around and we can do this side here. So there, pull to the belly, yeah. I've got to, like, I'm not at the right angle here. There's no weight on there. I've got to be over here. But for video's sake, I'll be here, yeah. But there's no give on here. Like that, yeah. Then I'll show you another. There's also these. So you pull up, yeah. These are more advanced after you've done all those little tiny movements. But trust me, you've got to start there, £2. Not even a kilo, yeah. You've got to start there, then you can go to £3. Then you can go to £5 on those exercises. I personally don't recommend any heavier. You don't need it, right? So once you've done all that and you can do all them without pain, and you've got that movement back there, yeah, and there's no grinding and clicking, go to this red band, yeah. So you have your feet shoulder width apart, your fists on the red band at the side of your legs, yeah, and you do an upright row, and as you do your upright row, you pull the band apart. So we pull the band apart, and another thing we're doing is keeping the band close to the body. Yep, close, 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 and then do this rotation. So we're pulling the band apart, yep, lifting it up, close to the body, yeah, and then doing that Bulgarian press then, and up. Yep, pull, down, twist the, rotate the hands down like that, yep, and then down. If you get pain when you do that internal rotation, don't do them, yeah. But eventually you will be able to do it without pain, yeah. But if you get a pain that's a stabbing pain, don't do it. Keep it as close to the body as you can. Remember your damage, so if you can't touch the body, just go where your body can go. To there, and then press and pull. Yep, pull, pull down, there, and down. Yeah. So pull the band really apart as you do it. Ooh, and it don't take many to start really, really feeling it. Yep. Ooh. Pulling the band apart does two things. It opens your shoulder muscle. You know the ball that's all stuck? It opens that up at the same time, so it's not all squashed in. But because you've got a band, it opens it up under tension. Yeah. So basically you can open that shoulder joint up, but be strong at it. So eventually, when you come back to your weights, if you really want to go back to bars, which I don't recommend, your body can take it, because subconsciously you will open that joint up. What we do when we train with heavy weights, we close the joints down, yeah, to get the weights. We don't realise we're doing it, but they're getting compressed and squashed and closed, and then the heavier the weights, the weaker that joint gets. This is doing the opposite. This is opening a joint, but you've got to use your little rotators to do it. This is why your rotator, look, it's from there to there. And if you look what's happening here with the band, yeah, pull it, it's from there to there. So it's strengthening the rotator cuff in the first 15 degrees of that movement, yeah. So up, yep, and then you strengthen your abductors, yep. I might have said wrong word then, I don't know, but I know what I mean. And then down like that, yep. And then once you get more advanced, we're going for the total shoulder rotations, yeah. Now, what you do when you do these is, I'm going to just move camera over here a bit, just so I can move, because I'm on that mirror. So this is the next movement, which is more advanced. So we're putting the rotator cuff, engaging it there, because that's the first part of the movement. That's where rotator cuffs work, from there to there, yeah. Rest of it's delts, and this is why a lot of people get damaged problems, because they swing up, yeah. So the rotator cuff never gets trained. Instead of putting no momentum on the movement whatsoever and training that part, yeah, it should be, you know, a shoulder raise should be nice and slow like that, yeah. And even better shoulder raise, but people will disagree, should be turned out there like that, yeah. And that puts no strain on the shoulder cuff whatsoever, but it does train the infraspinatus. Right, so off we go then. So we're there, lift up to there, pull the band out, stretch it out as you push your shoulder back. Now I'm struggling there, yeah, that's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable, but I can bear it because I've been training it a bit. You come to there, yeah, come to there, come to there. Now I don't think it'll ever be possible for this shoulder to safely go all the way back there now, but I've been training it, I've been getting it further, so I wouldn't like to say, yeah, if I, yeah I can, but then I've got to get it back. To be fair, that shocked me, that's a bit more of an improvement than I used to have, but I'll stick with getting to there for now, yeah, and then come back. So you do this for a few weeks, yeah, as you get to this section and you start to go behind you, pull this band back, yeah, and it allows your shoulders that space, yeah, and it also strengthens again the rotator cuffs. Once your shoulder's open, it strengthens the muscles that hold that shoulder, yeah, because again when we train with weights, we'll either close it down or sometimes we'll open it up, overstretch it because the cuffs are weak, and this resistance, yeah, makes it strong. Now another thing that really strengthened my rotator cuffs back up once I'd split them for good, believe it or not, was isocinator, bull worker and chest expander, yeah, those three. I would put my money on it that it were more the chest expander out of all three of them, but I'm going to mention all three because that's what we're using when I lost all my strength in my left arm, when my left arm turned to a twig because it was basically dying just because it wasn't working anymore properly, yeah, and those are the three that made a difference. Isocinator definitely made a difference to this arm, yeah. You see this here, this bursa, this is also a problem that came once that had gone. It's all connected, people. Do you know the Chinese, when they say about qi and energy and stuff like that, yeah? They've pretty much got it right, yeah. They've pretty much got it right. And they know this thousands of years ago, yeah. Now, another thing I noticed just then is the left scapula isn't engaging anymore when I pull this back. So physically, mentally, I've got to think about it. So I'll get to there, and as I get to there, I'll engage the scapula better, and then go up. So now the scapula's engaged, that goes up back a lot better, because I've engaged that left scapula. I've had a problem with that left scapula for a long time. It goes to sleep, yeah. And it's a lot of it's my fault, people. It's mind over muscle. Yep. Pull. Engage that left scapula. It's engaged now. That's better. And up. Better. Yeah. There you go. That should help anybody that's you know, coming back from a shoulder injury, shoulder operation or whatever, yeah. But listen, this is what I did. Yeah, I'm not telling you to do it. You need to seek advice from a professional, yeah. But from my personal point of view, I sought the advice from a lot of professionals, yeah, and I still ended up fixing it myself, because until I had this ultrasound scan recently in November, they couldn't tell me what I'd done. It had to be verified, yeah. So I was training all the wrong things. But anybody who trains and they're not injured, yeah, you need to start doing this stuff. The only thing I'll warn about, again, just to get it in with the rotator cuff exercises, is I see this a lot. I see people overstretching, yeah. Yeah, the very, very small movements, you've got to stick to your angles. You've got to stick to those angles, yeah. Don't go past your angle, even though you can, don't. Because what you get there is pointless. The other exercises get the back bit for you, including that, yeah. They get it, and this exercise gets it. These, another few, you can do this one as well. Let's go through one more, because it's a good one. So, pull, close to your body as you can, yeah. And then ride the waves, come back and down. Yep, and then you can go that way, come back and down. And as you do that, you don't want your shoulders closed, you want them open. So as you ride the waves, pull the band as wide as you can, give your shoulder that space, but what that's doing is putting the cuffs under tension, making them wake up. Yep. And then your shoulder gets strong in that movement, yeah. And then down, and then other way, pull it back, ride the wave, down, and back. That is a really hard exercise, yeah, and it's probably one at best. But if you do it wrong, people, yeah, and you just do this and you're not strengthening your rotator cuffs up, you're just doing your delts, yeah, you'll soon see when you start doing these bands that you're not as strong as you thought you were, because you're actually not training the muscles that your dumbbells train, your barbells train, your bench press train. You're training all the, what I call inners, yeah. So good luck with it. I hope it works for you, but like I say, I'm not a professional. It's just what I did to get this range of motion back when I tore my supraspinatus off the bone, yeah. Keep training.